All right. We are live, guys. We are live. Let's go ahead and send out the notifications and get this stream going. So we have missed. There's been a lot of stuff going on over the last, at least the last 2 weeks. Definitely last week. I've been saying this stuff for 6, 7 weeks now that we are looking bullish, and it's been working out exactly the way I've been hoping. So I'm really excited about the way things are going right now, and I think we have a lot of upside potential still. It's been working. This real quick. There it is. All right, so let's get all these notifications sent out, and we will dive right into the chart. So in this video, I want to give all my guys on Facebook who have basically been ignoring me for the last few weeks. But now the movement is starting. Now that the market is starting to move, they're starting to get back on there. So I want to make sure they are up to speed on everything that they've been missing. So like every one of my streams, feel free to ask any questions or chart requests or things like that, and I will give you guys the best information that I can. So let me get my comments up so I can see everything. All right, awesome. So all right, I am now live. Let's take down that. There we are, guys. So awesome. How is everyone doing today? Let's go ahead and dive right in and show you guys what I'm looking at. And yeah, there's a lot going on. So right now we are having a crash on Bitcoin. It's nothing too significant yet. It's not really that surprising either. If you guys look over here, if you guys can see this, we have a very clear bearish divergence that has played out. So if you go from like the low here up to here, right, that's obviously a higher high. And if you go down here, you guys can see how we obviously had a lower high. So not just on the price action and the price action, the RSI, we have a bearish divergence, but also on the volume, which you can play volume as well when you are looking for divergences. You guys can see how it is definitely a decrease in volume. This spike in volume was higher than the previous spike. So yeah, pretty obvious stuff, guys. Honestly, it's pretty basic, so not really too surprising. If I remember correctly, there is a solid wave count on here too. Let me check real quick. I think it was going to be, if I remember correctly, 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, that should be the end of the fifth wave. So 1 4 5 1 2. Yeah. All right, cool. So that's what I'm looking at right now. I think overall, I do expect sort of retracement. Obviously, we do have the very obvious decrease in the RSI. So because of that, it's not really too surprising we have had some sort of a drop. But here's the key, guys. Big picture, we are looking awesome. Absolutely amazing. And if you have been following me for the last few weeks, this should be absolutely no surprise. Go over to our channel. Go to the channel and you guys can see, like, this should be no surprise to you guys. Like 8 reasons why Bitcoin is bullish. And like, yes, I've been bullish on here. So these are absolutely things. Is this a bear trap? Yes. This is a show of strength. Like, this is what you look for if the bear market is finally over. Like, guys, like, we've been calling this and it's happened. So if you guys haven't paying attention to the channel, if you guys have been paying attention to everything that's going on, you should be well up in profit right now while everyone else was selling. I was absolutely buying on this channel, and I was showing you guys this step by step by step. So it shouldn't be too much of a surprise. Same thing on Twitter. If you guys go to the Twitter, you guys can see I've been bullish, like absolutely bullish. So yeah, absolutely bullish. Just go to the Twitter. You guys can see this stuff. It's crazy. So yeah, here we go. Shorts are closing and longs are opening. Either the whales are going to get wrecked or they know something we don't know. Not convinced this nuke is coming yet. This is back July 19th. As it was dropping, we did have a massive rebound. And there are some really important things that we were looking for to show that this rebound or this massive bear trap was happening. So I'm not going to dive into too much as to why I was I have been super bullish over the last few days, or a few weeks actually. But in general, in the broad strokes, is that we were making a so here's a low, here's a lower low, right? But we never actually made a lower low. So since we never made a lower low, that gives us some strength in the market. Furthermore, the volume profile was absolutely showing that we had that this was not a convincing drop. If you go into the low time frame, you guys can see this was absolutely not a impulsive movement down like you would have liked to have seen like over here. So the volume profile for such a massive drop just wasn't there. This is a great reason to show you guys how it was a bear trap. Now, however, on the opposite side of that, we can look at the increase right now. And right now, you can see we still don't have that massive volume. So that's the main thing that I'm really having a lot of concern with right now in this market is we just don't have the volume profile that I really want to see if this absolutely is the bottom. So because we are not getting the massive volume spike that I would really, really want to see, I'm looking to fade this out. I am, and something like this is expected. So maybe what's going on here is this is our wave 1. We're coming in for wave 2, which will probably retrace like down to this consolidation cluster, come down in there, retap it, and then continue up. And this would be our major wave 3. And that's when I would expect to see the massive volume spike if this is the bottom of the movement. However, it's very possible we just slow grind all the way up here into my sell zone, which is around 42 to 45,000. So if you go to the daily chart, you guys can see this is where the 200 moving average is. I think it makes way too much sense for us to come back up here and retest the 200 moving average. There's just so many reasons as to why it's a very, very obvious reason. It's a very obvious level I'm looking to play. This monthly open is out of date. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. What is our most recent monthly open? Let's check this out. Our most recent monthly open is right here. Let's go and get this on. Monthly opens are always an important level. All right, monthly open has been set. Let's go to the 4-hour. All right, so we are getting pretty close to it. So 35,000 is where I expect to have some sort of resistance coming in. So, and you guys can see on the on this chart, you guys can see the interaction we've had with this monthly open. So reject broke down from very harshly, but we reclaimed it, tapped it, broke down, retested, tapped it, broke up with a bull trap, broke down below, now the bull trap broke back below, test it, drop. So this monthly open is going to be a very significant level. I think 35,000 is actually a very significant level that I do expect to see some serious resistance at. We are now solidly above the 200 moving average on the 4-hour, which is very nice. I will absolutely say that. So this is generally a very well-respected level, and I love seeing the 4-hour being reclaimed here, the 4-hour 200. That does look really good, and I am very happy to see this on this chart. So could I see something like this where because this was a very nasty shooting star candle. So from here, could we see something like this where it does a little path like this? Let me take this off. Come down here, retest it, and then continue up? Yes, makes sense to me. However, I think it's also very possible. Let me get rid of that. Let me that much sense right now. Let's see what else we got. Oh, that actually does line up pretty well with this. I think right now that's my primary bias. I think this right here is my primary bias. I think a retest of this level makes the most sense to me. Is this accurate? Yeah, it is. I think this makes the most sense. So retest the 4-hour, retest this daily breaker. I think that makes a lot of sense. It really does. It'd be very healthy. It'd be a very nice drop. Let's look at the fib levels and see what the retracement would be. About a 382 drop. That's very healthy. So I think that we are going to come down into 32.7, 32.8, anywhere around there. I think that'd be an incredible buy opportunity. So yeah, I think that's my primary bias right now on this retracement down. So I think that makes a lot of sense. Let's see. So yeah. Let's see what else we're looking at here. On this movement, as you guys can see, we do actually have quite high RSI right now, and that's really good. You do want to see that for a sustained movement. We are actually into overbought territory on the 4-hour chart. We don't get that very often. You can see this. However, on this massive movement up, you all saw how we were constantly in overbought territory in the 4 hours. So right now we're currently on overbought territory in the 4 hours. So it doesn't overbought is not necessarily a bad thing. Don't think that just because it's an overbought territory means it has to drop. That's actually a massive show of strength if it can stay up there. So you can see the amount of overboughtness that we were in. And if you go to the daily, if I remember correctly, yeah, we were in overbought territory for several days. Look at this entire time. So from October 19th all the way to November 26th, we were in overbought territory. From December 16th all the way to essentially January 13th, we were in overbought territory. You can see how we can stay in overbought territory for a very long time. Hey, good to see you as well, CB, man. It's always a pleasure seeing my boy, all right? I'm waiting for Ivan to show up. I know he's going to be here eventually. So you guys are like my consistents. And I've been streaming for a while, guys. I apologize for that. But yeah. So yeah, overbought territory is not scary, and you guys can see we have a long ways to go before this becomes anywhere near overbought territory on the daily chart. So this is still a very early movement, okay? Extremely early movement. So don't get concerned that you've missed the bottom by any means. That is absolutely not the case right now. Let's look at all the major levels we've broken above because we have a lot of major levels we've broken above. Obviously, that one was one of them, which, yes, we've broken above that. You guys can see if we expand this out to here, you can see how we have busted above there, right? Another major level from here to here, right? Just expand some trend lines out, and you guys can see how we have, and it's interacted very well with these major levels, and we're doing really nicely. I'm very happy with our current movement and price structure. So another one you guys can see. So yeah, like as far as diagonal trend lines, we've already gotten above basically everything, which is a really healthy thing to look for. You guys have already seen where the daily level is right there. That's my primary bias on where I think we're going to start seeing some rejections. Let's go to the weekly. I'm curious. No, we haven't hit there yet. However, this is actually very interesting. This is a very obvious weekly breaker, right? Yeah. So, and it also lines up pretty damn well with our monthly open. So, this is a weekly breaker or monthly open right in this area. So, I think this entire block right here should provide, this is like our major level, I think. Yeah, that's our major level. This right here, this weekly breaker, this is the level. If we get above, it's going to go significantly higher. So consider this our final boss before we get up into the 200 moving average region, which is around 44,000 right now. So from 35 to 44,000, we have clear skies, guys, okay? Clear skies. We just have to get above this weekly breaker. And once we do so, I think it's going to just accelerate very rapidly. So yes, I would not be surprised if it comes up here, taps this level, consolidates for a while, and then gets back above. Would not surprise me one bit. Just understand that this level is extremely significant. So I don't expect us to get right above there immediately. And if we do, like that would be a massive show of strength. So we'll see what happens. Let's go to the Bitcoin dominance chart real quick. And I want to see how this is looking on here. All right, this is a level I've been looking at, and I think I posted on Twitter. Would you say void? Absolutely, I would. Yeah, absolutely, I would say void. I think that, let me put it on here real quick, actually. Good point, actually. I love putting my voids on here. Let's go to the weekly chart. Yeah, you guys can see. Oh, wait, wrong one. Which one was I using? This one? Yeah, there she is. All right, weekly level. This is the weekly level. There are no weekly levels above this. This was a massive shooting star, which means it was a very accelerated movement upwards and a very accelerated movement downwards. So just like this right here was a very accelerated movement downwards, this is a massive inefficiency that needs to get filled. So because when you have massive inefficiencies like this, and yeah, they just kept bouncing. You get back above there, I think it's going to accelerate. So I would say that between, yeah, I think it makes sense to me. So between here and here, this whole area I think is a void. How am I going to annotate this? I would say this. Let's just do this way. Yep, there it is. Massive void. And I think my first level to target is going to be right here. Right. That's going to be essentially where I expect. Oh, well, actually, it's going to go back a little bit further. This trend, this 200 moving average, is actually going to start dropping downward now. So like that. This is what my expectation is for 200 moving average to start dropping downward. But until we get up there, this is going to be our massive void that needs to get refilled. So, so how's the, let's look at the CMEs. Are there any gaps out here? And as you guys have seen, if you've been following me on Twitter, these gaps are very important. And like they have been refilled. And it's been pretty damn accurate, honestly. What level is this? 45.3. 45.3 to like 48. 45.3 to 48. Let's go back to the US dollar pairing. 45.3 to 48. Have my big void. Let's go ahead and annotate my level. 45.3 to 48. Right? This is going to be my CME gap. All right, awesome. So I have that annotated. We have this. So these two levels I'd love to get filled. So something like this where it comes up here. Definitely 200 moving average will be a major level. And if it comes up here and closes this gap, that would also be a really, really big inefficiency done. And that's about it. So if you go to the weekly chart as well, if I remember correctly, was it here, 3-day? I do like this block. This block, it just looks so sexy to me. I love this, the point of breakdown. I like that. So these are my major targets. This is my first target, second target, third target. And yeah, I think this makes the most sense to me. Honestly, it does. Transport up 9,000 at once. I mean, so here's the deal, man. How much of an increase would that be, right? Let's say it goes from here to here. Or from here to here, okay? 28%, or wait, no, not even less than that. It'd be less than that. It'd be to here, right? 23%, okay? 23% increase. This transported up 70% in the span of like a week. Oh, it's a 3-day. I'm sorry. Let's go to the daily chart. Let's say that looks a little aggressive. All right, here we go. There's 1 day. 20% in one single day. 23% right there. So can we do it? Absolutely we can, right? And then you can see how aggressive this movement up, how aggressive this movement up. Yes, you can jump up that quickly in Bitcoin. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you can definitely transport down that far a day. I mean, shit, look at this. So 13% drop in one single day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these are some massive, massive drops. Like, why can't we recover the area just as quickly? I don't see a reason why at all. So, no, no problem at all. So, higher time frame, that's what we're looking at. I think it makes a lot of sense. Honestly, I do, guys. I'm absolutely not taking any profit whatsoever. I might take some profit or reconsolidate or de-risk at this weekly breaker level. And then if we reclaim it, then I'll be definitely aiming at the 200, CME gap, point of breakdown. Those are my 3 levels I'm really looking to try to take some profits at. There's nothing on there. Weekly, nope. Daily, some there. Yeah, I like it. This is entire. And when I say CME gap, I want it to close the CME gap. So it's probably actually right here. Probably the level we're looking to take profit at. So daily breaker. There you go. So yeah, fill the CME gap, touch the daily breaker. I think daily breaker would be a massive profit taking spot. So 200 moving average, daily breaker, point of breakdown, moon. That's my expectations for here. Those are my levels. So one level. So step 1, I'm gonna do it this way. This works. Step 2. Step 3. Step 4. Moon. Yep. That's my thoughts are. This is what I would love to see. Okay, love to see. So essentially, be something like this and this is obviously going to be like an example of what I'm looking for. And you know, it doesn't really work exactly like this. I know that, but in general, like this, where it comes up here, breaks above, gets above the 200 moving average, right? Come up here, step 4, come up here, moon, right? That's what my expectations are, right? So get above there, retest, get above the 200, break above the CME gap, point of breakdown, moon. This is what I want to see. Okay. Now, how high can we go? I've discussed this in previous videos on what my expectations are. Yeah, like it's high. Okay, like it can go really high. I've been following blockchain backer for quite a while now, and he has a really good justification as to why he wants to see. I think it was like 70,000. No, 70. What was it? 79,000. I think he has a target of like 79,000. I understand why he's doing that. The big thing is like we're gonna go one step at a time here, and that's the key, guys. You don't want to try to overexpose yourself or go too quickly because this was a massive show weakness. Make that very clear, okay? This was a massive show weakness, and whenever you see a massive show weakness, you need to take extra precaution, right? So until it shows massive strength, which these are the 4 steps that I want to see to show strength. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, massive expansion upward. Those are my steps that I want to see to give me more confidence at each level. So I'm going to be taking profits here, taking profits here, taking profits here, taking profits here, and then I will re-add back in once we show strength at this point of breakdown. Okay, so take profits here, add back in position when we show strength here, target the 200. If we get above it, showing strength at it, we continue to the daily breaker. If we get above the daily breaker, showing strength at the daily breaker, I add position, we go to the point of breakdown. If we show strength at the point of breakdown, we don't just break down again, then moon. That's it. Like, it's really simple, guys. Now, Primos, how about Raven? Big accumulation or what? Absolutely. Yeah, let's talk about that. Nice call on Raven. Hey, bro, I appreciate that, man. I love Raven. I do. I don't know anything about the coin. Don't care about the coin. But, yeah, you're right. I did call Raven, and I'm super, super happy about it. It went really well. It's not going as quickly as I wanted to, but it is working, okay? And I'm okay with this. I really want to see it pop off more. Where is it at? Where's Raven 1? Raven coin right there. 6 reasons why Raven coin is ready to explode. There it is right there. I did a 5-minute video, and it's went pretty damn well so far to what my expectations are. So let's dive in this real quick and see what I'm looking at on Raven, and let's do a little analysis on it. I'm curious myself as well because I do hold a substantial amount of Raven. I think it has a shit ton of potential. So this is my trend line I've had for a very long time. Go on the log chart, you guys can see the interaction over here. We have broken above, and we're starting to show some strength. We are now above the 200 moving average on the 4-hour, which looks great. Let's go to the daily chart. Nothing too much yet. 3-day, weekly. Ooh, okay. There we go. I like this breaker a lot. We close in 1 day and 4 hours. Look at this breaker. I like it. We stay above this breaker. This is huge. Yeah, stay above this breaker. This is a really, really, really nice hammer. Okay, so who here in the chat can tell me what this hammer is called? What is this hammer called? Okay, I'm going to give you guys like 10 seconds, and then I'm going to come back into it because I know it'll take a little bit of delay, right? What type of a pattern is this right now? If we close this candle today, what is that called? All right. Let me look at the Bitcoin pairing real quick. See if I see the same thing. Oh, that's beautiful. This is gorgeous, guys. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Guys, look at this shit. This is perfect. Like, this is exactly what I was hoping to see. It bounced off of our 3-day level. 3-day level. Came down here, tapped it, broke out of this falling wedge. Reclaimed the 4-hour 200 moving average. And yeah, like this is gorgeous. This is absolutely perfect. I'm so happy with this. So happy. Okay. All right. I don't see anybody in the chat that said it, so it is called a bullish hammer. Okay? It's called a bullish hammer. So let's go back to our weekly chart. So we have this very clear breaker on the weekly chart, right? Very clear breaker. This is called a bullish hammer. So let's go in here. I try to just go in here and show you guys so you know I'm not full of crap, right? Bullish hammer right here. You see that, right? Why is it called a bullish hammer? Because it's bullish, right? Bullish hammer candlestick. Long bottom or shadow right there. The wick is really, really long. So you guys see that. It's a bullish chart, right? Or it's a bullish indicator. Go over here. You guys can see massive wick, bullish indicator. So the big thing I'm looking for, though, is I have to see it close above this line right here, or this candle. If we close above this green, I'll be super, super happy about my Raven position. Market crashing? I think it is. Yeah, a little bit. That's fine. All right. So, cool. Yeah, I'm very content with this. And like I told you guys, what are my expectations on this drop, right? I think it's going to come down here. Okay, I've told you that as that. That's my expectations right now. Or right here, yeah. I expect this to drop, come down here. So if you're trying to take profit on positions, realistically, you're probably going to miss the boat, because are you really going to try to catch a drop on a 3% move? Me? Hell no, right? Way too high. What do you mean? Oh, you're right, CB. I don't take your answers anymore because yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Like this is perfect. So, are you going to take profit and try to catch a 3% movement? Me? No. Why would I try to catch a 3% movement when instead, if I was trying to play this bounce, which I think is very high likelihood, this to here is a almost 6% movement. That is a much higher risk reward, and we also have a lot of support level right below us. Okay, so I would not be looking to short here. I'd be looking to long instead. So if it gets down in this level, look for a long to keep going up, right? Either long it or just market buy or set limit buys, whatever you want to do. So, all right, let's keep looking around. Oh yeah, Bitcoin dominance chart. This is what I was going to show you guys. Bitcoin dominance chart. So let's go to the daily chart. And the Bitcoin dominance is how much of the market cap belongs to Bitcoin and how much belongs to the rest of the altcoins, the rest of the market, right? So Ethereum, XRP, Raven, HBAR, the ones we were talking about, right? So as you can see, we have a pretty damn solid trend line. If you go to the 4-hour, you can see even more clearly. All right, so this trend line has been established. And right now, if you look at this, we are currently trading underneath this massive trend line. That looks good, right? However, if you go back, I'm going to really blow your mind. Okay, go from here to here. All right, was this it? Yeah. All right, look at this. Tap, 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 tap. Continue down, right? Does this not look similar on the weekly chart to what we're seeing right now on the 4-hour chart? I'm going to help you out. Yes, it is. It looks very similar. This is a very similar pattern, okay? So I like this. And remember, if this drops down, what this means is that more money is flowing out of Bitcoin into altcoins, or there's a lot of money going into the crypto market, but the money is flowing into the altcoins more than Bitcoin, which is, again, great for us alt traders because I trade alts. I don't know what y'all do, but I trade alts. I love altcoins. That's where I make my money at. All right, so let's keep going. Another chart to look at. I have talked about this on Twitter and on Discord, and I've actually done it on my live videos. It's called DXY. Okay, DXY is a dollar currency index chart, and basically what it means is how strong the U.S. dollar is relative to the rest of the market. Okay, how strong the U.S. dollar is. The interesting part about this chart moves inversely to Bitcoin. Okay, and I've proved this multiple times. I'm not going to do it again, but just understand that this chart, if it goes up, Bitcoin goes down. If Bitcoin goes down, this chart goes up. Okay, now we're in a really, really weird spot on DXY right now because you guys can see this trend line that's been established is very significant, especially when you get to the lower time frame. I say lower dollars or the dailies, and you can see this trend line. This has been established. Now, there's a very solid argument to be made that this is actually a head and shoulders. I'm going to show you real quick. So we have a left shoulder, we have a head, we have a right shoulder. Right? You guys can see this. So there's a very significant argument that this is a head and shoulders pattern, right? And if that's the case, look what we have busted above that head and shoulders right now. We're currently above it, which again is bullish for DXY, which is bearish for Bitcoin. Okay, so this breaking to the upside is actually bad for Bitcoin. Okay, however, this meme head and shoulders, which I do trade every once in a while, I don't like this head and shoulders. This shoulder is too small for me. This shoulder is too large for me. And also, I don't like the interaction at these. I don't like this interaction and this interaction. It's not solidly impulsive enough either direction. So to me, I don't like this as a head and shoulders. Instead, if you go to the lower time frame, here's what I like about it. This to me is a rising wedge. You guys see this? Rising wedge. It is a converging to a central point. It's going upwards in price. However, it is going into it's making higher highs and higher lows, but the higher lows are actually getting closer to the higher highs, and wedges like this break downward. Okay, they break down usually, so that means it's going to come up here, come up here, come up here, bust the downside. That's generally how rising wedges work. And yeah, that's my expectation on here. Now, to further this up, one thing that I do like as well is you do have higher high, 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 right? However, over here you have a series of lower highs. So lower high, lower high, lower high. This is a bearish divergence on DXY. When you're in a rising wedge, both of those indicators are bearish. So I expect this to go down, which means since this market goes inversely to Bitcoin, that means Bitcoin will go moon, right? Makes sense? So DXY, I would follow this chart. Now, understand DXY is only calculated during weekdays, not during the weekends. So it's not moving right now. The reason why, it's not being calculated. However, on Monday, I think maybe even Sunday night, it starts recalculating again. So I'm very interested to see which direction this thing drops. If this thing breaks to the upside, I'm going to have extreme caution in the market. However, if it breaks down, I will be super bullish on Bitcoin, okay? Super bullish on Bitcoin. And when I say Bitcoin, I mean the entire alt market as a whole. All right, what question you guys got? Is this a dead cat bounce or a bull market movement? I said in the early part of the video, after this video is done, I want you to go back and watch the first part of the video, okay? I talked about it. I laid out a very clear steps that I was looking for to prove to me that the market was ready, okay? So those are the steps to give you an idea what I'm looking for. I went over it in pretty good detail. So I want you to watch this video again. Start at the very beginning, all right? It's IT 300, all right? Make sure to watch that. If you have not liked or commented yet, make sure to do so now. Subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. All right, cool. Knock that out. So let's keep going. What else you guys got? How can the cat still be bouncing? In my opinion, we're doing a lot of catch up. Markets down, NASDAQ. Yeah, I agree with you, CB, man. I think there's a lot of... Now, here's the thing, right? How do I play the market? I play level to level, right? Level to level. See that? Level to level. So do I believe the bull market is just continuing based upon our Wyckoff accumulation schematic, based upon our 3-strike pattern, based upon our bullish divergences, based upon the negative funding, based upon all of these things, based upon this beautiful sweep, this massive bear trap, recovery, all of these things are telling me that we are going to be in for some serious upside, right? Yeah. However, okay, you have to play level to level. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to get so excited and tell you guys it's going to go up to like 200,000 yet, okay? It looks good. It's possible, but I'm not going to tell you guys that, right? So one thing at a time. Right now, we need to get above this weekly breaker. Once we do that, we're going to need to get above the 200 moving average. Once we get above that, we go to this daily breaker. Once we get above there, we go to the point of breakdown. After, if we get above that and show conviction, then we'll start talking about the 200,000, 300,000 level that I expect probably to reach, right? But one step at a time. All right. Cool. That is that. Let's keep going through some of our technicals before I dive into other stuff. Total charts. I love my total charts. These are great. It's always a good idea to know where you are at on the total chart. This is the total market cap on the entire market. So we have $1.369 trillion in the market right now today. A lot of money, but we have been all up to 2.468 trillion. So we have a ways to go to recover. We're basically hovering around the halfway point of this bull run back from the COVID crash in March of 2020. So you guys can see we're about halfway from where we used to be. So if you have a well-diversified portfolio, right? If you have a well-diversified portfolio in all the different cryptocurrencies, then you're about half of what your portfolio was at the top. Or if you are very heavy in altcoins like mine is, then that means that you are well less than half than when you were at the top, because altcoins crash so much harder, but they also increase so much harder. So I'm definitely struggling right now. I'm probably about 60% down from where I was at the very top. 60 to 70%. Sucks, right? Is what it is. Quick side note, actually, about that. I have done a reassessment of my life, and based upon the crypto market and all the success I've had over the last 5 years, I've actually quit my job, and now I'm doing something that I love. I'm going to become a drone pilot commercially. So I've already got to set up everything else. So I quit my 9 to 5. All this working clothes I'm in every day, I'm actually going to stop doing that, and I'm going to be on the road doing commercial piloting. So really, really cool thing for drones. Yeah, I'll be on the road and I'll keep doing the exact same thing I always do, but instead of being here at my house, I'll be out across the country and doing some really cool stuff. So, and that is all thanks to cryptocurrency and learning what the hell I'm doing and just making it all happen. So I'm super, super excited. So yeah, all right, that's that. Now that's out of the way, so keep going. Let's look at the Dow Jones real quick. I know you're like, oh, crypto, what the hell? I don't care about no Dow Jones. Well, you should, because, you know, Dow and the stock market is very important to understand where we're at in the market. So as you guys can see, we had a pretty decent crash, but you also see we had a really, really strong recovery. So this crash, this recovery, very V-shaped, very healthy. I like it a lot. We did bounce off of the 4-hour 200 moving average. So that's really, really nice. I pilot drones for infrastructure. So I inspect drones for like companies and stuff. Like I get the footage and I send that footage to engineers so they can review the footage and do like reconstruction or damage control or whatever needs to happen, right? So I send the video footage to the engineers so they can review the footage and make the necessary corrections. So all I do is take my drone out there and I do like radio towers and water towers and stuff like that. I'm actually considering making another YouTube channel strictly for all my drone footage and things like that. So in the future, one thing at a time. Right now, we got a bull run to work on. So yeah, I will get in that when I really get started and really, really dive into it. So, all right. Total 2 chart. Total 2, this is going to be our total 2, which is all the altcoin stuff, right? So this is the total altcoin market. And right now, this is a very nasty looking candle right now. However, we are above the 200 moving average. I just noticed that. That actually looks really healthy. I like this. So if we close with a 200 moving average on the alt market, that sounds really nice, actually. I'm really pretty happy about that. I don't like this massive rejection so far, though. This does not look very healthy. I don't know how I feel yet. Monthly, daily, 3-day. What level is this? It could be a 4-hour, right? It's close, but it's not. Daily. There it is. Yep, that daily level is just a monster right now. So, yeah, right now we have rejected pretty harshly off this level. I really, really want to see some sort of recovery happen pretty damn soon, but we'll see what happens, though. Hey, thanks, CB, dude. I really do appreciate it, man. Yeah, this stuff's really, really been able to change my lifestyle, so I'm really, really happy about it. So me and my wife are in a really good position thanks to the opportunities that crypto has provided. And, yeah, I got to learn how to trade, and because I've been able to be patient and disciplined and systematic and all that good stuff, like I told you guys, like it's been very successful for me. So, all right, cool. Let's see what else. DXY, Ethereum. Yeah, I mean, we're still in the same spot, guys. Nothing too crazy on here. Let's look at some other coins I want to look at. I know EOS is the big one I've been looking at lately. Let's see if we have any life in it, because EOS has been interesting. I've been really patient on it. I think there's a lot of potential here, but I also need to do stuff, because at this point it's now becoming an opportunity cost issue for me, where I have a decent size of my portfolio in EOS, and I may want to redistribute that to other coins, which I think look better in the short term. So this structure still looks fine. I don't have an issue with it, but this is on the EOS US dollar pairing, and this bounce isn't as strong as it should be given Bitcoin's strength. Let's go to the BTC pairing on EOS. Yeah, it's not great, guys. So we're currently on a major support level. Yeah, you guys can see how we are currently on this major support level. So that's the good news. The bad news is that we've tested this major support level multiple times, and we really need to get it to bounce. And it's not yet. And this level is very important, as you guys know. This is my key level, and we're just not above it yet, and I don't like that. On this chart we are, but on others we're not. I don't know yet. What about this? I'm going to try this real quick. Let's see if I can readjust this and get me another bullish case going. I'm actually curious. I'm going to try to do this live while I'm on stream. Let's see if we can get in a falling wedge here, because I have a feeling we can. It'd be really, really cool if we can. Maybe. It's possible. Maybe this is just another massive falling wedge. Is that possible? Sure. What about here? That work? No, I think this is my level right here. I think that's the level, and we're grinding up above it. We're grinding up against it right now. So that's what I want to see. I really want to see us bust out of this. If this is a falling wedge, which I think there is a legitimate chase, I think there's some legitimacy to this. And if this is a falling wedge, I want to see it press up against it like it is. Okay? Press up against it and then bust the upside. And if we do, we have a ridiculous amount of potential here. And actually, on the US dollar pairing, we have busted out of it if this is the case, but not with much conviction. So, I don't know yet. I don't know. We'll see. EOS doesn't look great. I very well might move some of my EOS to other coins. It's very possible at this point. So, HBAR, BTC. So, this is our major trend line. It's very obvious. Tap, tap, tap. Got above. A bull trap, came back below, And now we're consolidating, but we are starting to show some life each time. We are starting to show some life. So I really want to see this bust above. So yeah, I think it still looks healthy. I think it still looks healthy. We have a lot of support right below us. I'm okay at this level right now. I'm not going to move it. Let's go to the US dollar pairing for H bar. Tap, tap, tap. You guys can see very obviously what levels are important here. Log chart's even more impressive. Yep. So yeah, about 19 cents is what I really want to see. Get above 19 cents, we're gonna have some fun. Get above, yeah, 19.5, I'll have a lot of fun. Actually, let's do this. Make an alert. Add alert. Yep. All right, cool. Alert's been set. That's all I want to see. Get above there. Then we're going to have some explosion. Fireworks. Oh, XRP. Yes, 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 yes. I do want to talk about XRP. I think it is heating up. About damn time XRP's finally starting to do something. So, little weird spot that I have on this one, but this is the all-time high on XRP, which I think is very significant. This interaction obviously very crappy, but come down here to here to here, bust a tap, retest, continuation up. This level right here is very interesting to me, especially on a low time frame. You guys can see this. Tap, retest, continuation up. Tap, or so a rejection, retest, retest, continuation up. This looks really, really good. So the XRP chart on the US dollar pairing looks really, really healthy. Let's go to the BTC pairing. Yeah, same thing here. You guys can see this interaction, okay? Let's go to the 4-hour. We have one tap, or we have a trend line being established, and look at where we're at. We are retesting that trend line, grinding up on it, which I'm not very happy with, but grinding it for a continuation up. Now, this pattern looks pretty damn similar to another one we had, which was our Raven. You guys see that grind right there? Very, very similar. So I'm cautiously optimistic right now on XRP. I think we have a lot of potential here. Yeah, Raven still looks fine. I'm not going to touch Raven. And ZEC, another one I was looking at. You guys can see, tap, tap, lots of interaction this level, right? And now we are above it, above this trend line. We haven't really broken, like harshly by any means, but we have broken above it. So not too happy, not too bad. US dollar pairing, I think we also had a major movement on this one. CEC, US dollar pairing. Yep, there it is. Okay, you guys can see, is this it? Yeah. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Lots of interaction between it. Lost it, tested it, came back up, retest, continuation up. I like this movement. I think it makes a lot of sense to me. So, yeah, it has more work to do, but overall, I think it has a lot of potential. Oh, another one. And another one. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, this is good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got above, retest. This is Litecoin, by the way. So Litecoin, you guys see this interaction? 4 taps, got above, retesting it, continuation up, maybe? Litecoin again. Log chart. Wait, what's a log chart? Oh, there it is. Non-log. My bad. Non-log chart on Litecoin. Let's go to the high time frame, 3-day. You guys can see it's a lot easier. Okay. This is a 1.5 year long trend line. Okay. Really, it started here. So it really started. It's 2 years old. So test, 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 or yeah, initiate, test, downside, downside, test, sort of a retest the bottom, broke out, retest, 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 and we are coming into, at the end, some sort of a falling wedge pattern maybe? Yeah, I think so. I think some sort of falling wedge. I like that. Yeah, we're coming into a falling wedge at the end. So yeah, this is really nice. I like the interaction here. So, all right, what you got here? My EOS bias got the best of me. I'm riding this ship to the storm regardless. I got that. The only few months in, definitely recommend you go back to watch YouTube video. Yep, absolutely, brother. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, yeah. I just focus on charts and nothing else, and it really helps clear out the extra crap that you really shouldn't pay attention to. Okay, that's a massive daily breaker, and right now we're still rejecting off of it. Tel is on a freaking roll right now. And I actually was looking to pick some Tel up, but I didn't have money available to do so. So, long story short, I'm actually selling one of my rental homes right now. And selling a rental home right now. And my no shit intention is to throw that money into crypto, right? And use it to buy this dip, right? And I was really hoping the dip wouldn't just completely explode, but we have. So that's fine, right? You can try to catch the knife like I was trying to do, or you can just buy into strength. So there are still plenty of opportunities to put that money into the market, but it's just like, damn it, I really want to get in like really low around a penny. So a penny was a really good opportunity. Because if you go into Tel log chart, you guys can see that where did it retap? You guys see that? Look at that. Insane. And the crazy part about Tel, it's done this before. And I remember correctly, again, all right, like this chart literally makes a high, retests the high. Makes a high, well, this one's the only exception to that. But makes a high, retest the high. Makes a high, retest the high. Like this chart is amazing. It's so easy to play, and I'm so freaking pissed that I missed it. So we are back in this major 4-hour level. It's rejected so far. So this is the spot where I think we're going to have some major issue. However, based upon the bullishness of this entire structure at this point, I think it's going to continue just exploding upwards. So I think Tel has a lot of potential. I don't think I can buy it on any of my exchanges I have right now, so it's really irritating, but it is what it is. Oh, this is interesting to you. It's actually really funny. All right, if you go over here, all right, if you go over here, I think it was Ivan. I don't think he's on chat right now. But what I literally said was, he was like, "Hey, where do I try to sell on, or how do I short AXS?" And I was like, "Well, if you want to try to short it, you want to try to hit right here or right here." Well, as you guys can see, came up here. Where did it reject at? Right here, the top one. This was the top of AXS, and it dropped down all the way down to like freaking 14 cents or $14. So really funny how breakers are so impactful here, and how this is a very solid retest. And this retest looks very damn similar to the retest we got on Bitcoin. If you go to the 4-hour, very similar retests we got right here, which I was able to call as well. So these retests are very common in crypto. So you have a drop, come back up, retest, and that's when you have the massive drop. So very similar pattern. And just like how AXS has done that, right? This is almost identical to what we have right now. Okay, this was the Bitcoin bull run. Wait, what's this? So look, like this is almost exactly what I'm expecting on the crypto right now on Bitcoin. We had this massive, massive bull run, right? Oh my God, it's crazy, right? And then, okay, massive bull run on crypto. It starts dropping. Everyone's like, oh my God, the end is here. It's over. Oh man, everyone's giving up. Yeah. I think we're right here. Okay. I think we're right here. Okay. See what happened? Just completely blew through previous highs and just completely exploded. I think we're going to get something like this on like all of our alts. This is where we should have sold on this last bull run, right? Back in like May. However, I think we're going to come back in here and completely blow away all of the expectations. I think that's what's going to happen on our crypto. So I think our altcoins look amazing. I'm not selling. I'm just redistributing. And yeah, this is what my expectations are for like almost the entire crypto market. So massive run up. We had this huge, huge crash. The world is over, yada, yada, yada. Then you just come back up, and now we're right here on Bitcoin, about to just continue up and just completely explode. But we're not going to assume it's going to do this. We're going to go step by step like we talked about in the video. All right. Last chance. What chart do you guys want me to do? Last chance. I have a meeting with my new business partner for the drone stuff. So last chance. What chart do you guys want? Give me a good one and tell me why. I want to know why you want me this chart. I'm doing my own little stuff right now until you guys give me some information, some answers. So I got to head out very soon. BNT. Let's go to the BTC. ICP is looking really good. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I think I called that one too, didn't I? Oh, no, I just didn't. Let's go to the US dollar pairing. Huh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. No way. No way. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. H bar. I already did H bar. You already did H bar, man. I literally just did it. H bar still looks fine. Like this is a consolidation structure. All right, look at this. Look at this. Okay. This is an impulse. How can you tell? High volume. Okay. This is a corrective structure. How can you tell? Low volume. And even when it does have high volume movements in here, what are they? They're buy volume. The end result is a buy bullish movement. Okay. It's constricting into a central area, in which case it's going to fucking explode, guys. Like, be patient with H bar. I'm good on this one. I'm good. You have this massive weekly level just chilling here, acting as this major support. Okay. I'm in no rush for this coin, and I will not adjust my position except to add more. ANKR. I will do ANKR. I agree with that. That's a good coin to look at. Okay, well, same thing I just showed you guys. This is bullish. This is a massive impulse. You guys see this. Huge volume increase. This is very low volume on the decrease. This is a weekly chart, right? That's all you have to look at. Look at this. Massive, massive volume on the increase. Low volume on the decrease, okay? Low volume, decreasing price action is bullish. High volume, increasing volume, or I'm sorry. Yeah, low volume, decreasing price, bullish. High volume, this is an impulse. This is a corrective structure. Impulse, corrective structure, impulse. That's the rule, okay? That's the rule. So whatever else is happening here, it doesn't matter. This is a bullish chart. So yes, I agree with you. I do, okay? Now, there are some things I would like to see on this chart, but the overall, like on the low time frame, yeah, I want to see some things happen, but overall, the structure looks bullish. Let's go to the BTC pairing. I'm curious now. You have piqued my interest. 4 hour. Oh, man. I got to really dive in this one, man. I agree with you. It looks bullish. The market structure looks really bullish, but I got to find my bullish cases really well. Ooh. Found it. Okay. You want your bullish case? CB, here it is. This daily breaker, you're currently inside of it, right? You are above this trend line, which is a 4-hour level. Okay, see that? Test, test, broke above, retest, retest, continuation up, right? Awesome. This is rounding off right here. You see that? It's rounding off. Very similar to another coin like Raven. Actually, it's a US dollar pairing, I think. RVN. Yes. Okay. Round it off right here at the very end. Now it's a different time frame, but round it off. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, round it off here, and then it starts to take off again. Same sort of situation now. Let's back to the BTC pairing on this ANKR. Now, the other big thing about this is that you have this massive daily. Oh, I already said that. The massive daily right there. And probably the most important thing is you have this untested 200 moving average that's right below you. Okay, untested 200 moving average. Yes, I would absolutely be adding ANKR right now. Yeah, absolutely. The BTC pairing looks really, really, really good right now. US dollar pairing looks impulsive. This is a very impulsive looking chart. I like this movement up. I like the corrective structure. This is the most logical place for it to start reversing. Nope, Mr. Miles, I did not know this, and I do not mean this in an offensive way. Make this very, very, very clear, okay? I do not care. Okay, I'm sorry, and I don't mean that offensively. Just understand that is a fundamental thing about the chart. That is a news-based thing, a fundamental-based thing. I do not care about the fundamentals or news of a coin. I think it's way too hard to predict what the actual market direction is going to be from a news or fundamental-based event. Furthermore, even if you did know the market direction, it's almost impossible, and I would argue it is impossible, to know how much that is going to impact that coin. All right. Just like, great example, okay? What was the big thing that was going on for the last few days? Okay. Big thing, massive thing. Grayscale. Oh my gosh, they're selling 16,000 Bitcoins, guys. They're selling 16,000 Bitcoins. They're going to dump the market into hell, right? That's what everyone's talking about. Grayscale is dumping 16,000 coins. Grayscale. 16,000 coins in July, right? 17 July, Grayscale will unlock 16,000 Bitcoins in one go. Oh my gosh, the news is crazy. The market's going to crash. Oh God, everyone, the market's fucked, right? And what is this, 17 July? Let's go over here. Let's go to the Bitcoin pairing. Look at this, 17 July. What happened? Nothing. Nothing, guys. Look at that. Look at this. Nothing. Complete non-event. Nothing actually happened. Okay? Great, great, great example. So just because something happens or is going to happen in the market, you can, this is a massively, massively important thing, right? 16,000 Bitcoins are about to be dumped into the market. However, it didn't actually have any impact in the price because when you know stuff that's going to happen prior to it happening, people are already going to make their positions and according to it. So 17 July, nothing happened. Did it drop a little bit after the Grayscale already had it unlocked? Yes. However, this recovery has been very impressive so far. So don't worry about the news. All I want you to look at and nothing else is this right here, okay? This information right here between these indicators, between all these horizontal diagonal lines, the volume, go into the funding, right? Funding rates, all this stuff. Okay, the funding rates, things like that. This will give you, even if you want to go into, this is like sort of news, sort of news, sort of fundamental, but fear greed index, right? Something like this will give you an idea of what's going on in the market. These are things that you can look at that you can actually put quantitative information into. But yeah, oh, did they? I don't even know. Dude, here's the thing, man. I don't even know. And that's the thing. I didn't care. All right. News-based stuff, I don't care about. I don't give a shit. Okay, because the market, I can look at these charts and get the same information without actually knowing what news is going on. So if you can make money off of something with news related, so can everyone else who has the inside news prior to you. So I just assume everything price in, and I just ignore it completely. So yeah. Um, Yeah, for sure, bro. And I get that, man. I absolutely understand. Like, yes, there is the halvings and all this stuff, absolutely, right? But it doesn't happen right at the halving points. So like Bitcoin previous halvings dates. There you go. Let's look at this. I'm curious. I legitimately am curious at this point. So there you go. Perfect. Okay. What happened when this halved? Nothing. What happened at this halved? Nothing, right? Um, let's do this. Yeah. So yeah, like the actual dates themselves don't really do anything. Like, I mean, the dates themselves are not really that significant. Like there's not like a massive spike or drop on them. It's just like normal action. So I think the having and everything else about them is pretty insignificant. Honestly, you can see the interactions really not that significant. Not like a massive spike or drop. It's pretty non-eventful as far as I can tell. Yeah, pretty non-eventful. That's actually the most relatively calm periods in time. The rest of it is a lot more volatile than having itself. So yeah, I mean, who knows, man? Honestly, who knows? This is my style of trading. It's been very effective for me. I mean, obviously, you do whatever you want. It's your money. I'm not a financial advisor, all that good stuff. So, Linty, I talked about Raven on here already, man. I want you to watch the video after I'm done. I have a meeting for my new job. I'm gonna get to that right now. So, I appreciate you guys like always. I do have to go, unfortunately. You guys know I would stay here all the time if I could, but unfortunately I can't. If you're not on my Discord channel, you are severely missing out. I do update quite a bit on here. If you are on Facebook, great, right? But I really don't update Facebook very often because Facebook algorithm is garbage. And also, Facebook, the guys on Facebook are very finicky, right? So that means if the market's not going up, they freak out and they just all go away. So my Twitter, if you're not on there, make sure you be on there as well. I did announce on there that I had quit my job 2 days ago. I actually put a 2 weeks in for my 9 to 5 job, and now I'm doing a brand new venture with drones. I'm gonna be a drone. I am a drone pilot now. Pretty freaking neat, and I tagged the people who I actually have learned from. So if you are not following CJ, Credible Crypto, and Trader Cause, you guys are seriously missing out. These guys are no shit who I learned how to trade from. All three of these guys, they're amazing. So make sure you're definitely on that. So, all right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a great day, guys, and as always, deuces, boys.